Yeah. O.J. Simpson. Well, he might be in prison right now. By the way, he might be getting out. But yeah, he was vindicated for all the murders. The two. We'll never forget that. O.J. The juice. Very sad. ISIS strikes again in Kabul, Afghanistan. A gunman wearing, of all things, unbelievable, white lab coats stormed a military hospital in Afghanistan capital today, killing at least 30 people and wounding dozens more in an attack claimed by the Islamic State group. The attack on the 400-bed military hospital, which is located near two civilian hospitals in Kabul's heavily guarded diplomatic quarter, set off clashes with security forces that lasted several hours. My goodness. Still a threat. Still a threat for our men and women in uniform, for their folks there. They are dirty scoundrels that need to be eradicated from this planet. They are definitely evil. And if they're not stopped, folks, there's going to be more of that here, unfortunately. And we don't hear a lot of buzz around it, but the NSA, the CIA, yesterday I was talking about how I'm not bothered with, my smart TV or my phone picking up audio from my conversations, but it is a little weird, given the WikiLeaks, about your TV taping and all that kind of stuff. But the thing is, it's not a big mystery of what the CIA has or hasn't done. Isn't that the greatest spy agency? Any means possible to eavesdrop if they have to and they want to, they'll do it at any cost. I mean, it's the CIA, the NSA. I mean, shocked that they have the ability to do it. I don't think anybody in this day and age of technology doesn't think, wow, we can't employ the greatest minds to be able to break into smartphones, to be able to use their microphones. I mean, come on, give me a break. I mean, that's what great spies do. It's just like everybody in Washington's acting all shocked. We need to get to the bottom of this. This is the CIA. This is the NSA. This is what they do. They're supposed to be the best of the very best. Now, iPhone, they come out today, and I have one. And now we're going to try to protect our phones, and we'll be looking into the security lapses. It's already known that the FBI has been able to break into iPhones, Android. They're able to take over things and control things. Not a surprise. I mean, look, we've been broken in, hacked. Sony Pictures has been hacked in. The Pentagon, the White House has been hacked. I mean, if other countries can do it, why can't the NSA? I mean, they've been doing it for years. Don't act surprised and shocked. But now the American people know, and for some reason, and Assange, Julian Assange, he thinks he's doing a great work. He believes that, all people need to know that the government is done wrong. I mean, everybody knows that. I don't know what he's looking for. And the great scheme, I really don't know what the end game is for him to be the whistleblower of whistleblowers. I mean, and great, but I don't know if we've really learned anything new, even in 18,000 pages of the report. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll find out a little bit more about more antics, more ways that our CIA operates in covert operations, if you will. But it's newsworthy, and that's why people get caught up in the news and say, oh my God, did you hear what the CIA can do, what the FBI can do? Oh my God, can you believe they can do that kind of thing? I can't believe they can get into a phone. I mean, seriously? I mean, I had to laugh at myself out loud. Have you ever had those laugh out loud moments where you're just driving along and you hear something that comes out of the radio and you just crack up laughing and say, oh my God, really? But there's a lot of gullible people out there. They think that their technology that they have is infallible. Well, they said that it's encrypted. Nobody can get into it. Somebody can always get into something. And that's a big problem with technology today. It's a huge problem. It's plagued so many companies. You know, hospitals or insurance companies or lawyers' offices and businesses in the United States get taken. Somebody locks up their computers and says, I'm going to delete your hard drive. You have 24 hours, and if you don't wire in $17,000 into this account, you're going to lose everything. And guess what? Unless they have a backup, they pay the money. Extortion. Oh, yeah. Technology, baby. There are so many scams. Oh, you can find what the scams are. Don't be taken, folks. Don't be a victim. Don't do it. But for businesses, be concerned. And always have backup. Photos on your phone. So many people, it's replaced. You know, people don't even have the Kodak cameras anymore. They don't have them. They're not making prints. We had the negatives where you could go make more photos. Back it up and pay the extra money for Dropbox. If you have a cell phone, my best advice, I'm not making $1 off this for Dropbox. They should be a sponsor For the People, but it will save you an ulcer. Because if you lose all those pictures and those precious videos of the grandkids and all that other stuff, you're going to be miserable. And it's saved on the phone. Well, you lose the phone. It's not backed up. Well, what happens? You lose everything. Make a backup. Be redundant. If the one thing that I had learned working in radio is that you have to be redundant. Have a generator. The power goes out. You have to have a backup plan. Power goes out. What if that generator doesn't start? Do you have another backup plan? Do you have battery, then a generator? You know, phase 2, phase 3. For backups, have a backup of a backup and have a plan. And you know what? Let me give you a cheap tip. If you can't afford Dropbox or, you know, Apple that has their cloud, which is like nothing, hardly. But again, if you're on a tight budget, $9.99, well, it might be a big deal. So my advice is that if you have a Yahoo account, a Google account, you can drag all those photographs into a folder on Google, on Yahoo, on AOL Mail, any of your mail, Hotmail, drag it all into a folder. And the nice thing is Google and all those emails that I had mentioned, they give you the space to be able to do it. And they don't charge for it. And they have backups of backups of backups for servers. So you're not going to be in any trouble. So there's some advice, and I can say, yeah, you got to do that because hard drives go out quick. You drop your phone and forget about it, and it's all over, and you don't want that. So there's a consumer tip from yours truly. Remember, For the People is listener-supported. We could certainly use your help. If you'd like to make a donation today, forthepeopleshow.com, and check out the new stream from 123 TV. You can stream movies and all sorts of things, anything on the internet for $19.99.
Help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
For the People has a special opportunity for you. If you own a business and want to gain a national audience that is loyal and will do business with you, imagine being able to get your product and or service into the hands of tens of thousands of people each week. Sponsorship opportunities are now available at rates you can afford. Finally, the show you love with your business supporting what we do in partnership. Start running your commercials today. To contact us, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was, All I knew is I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
For the People is on the air for you. Each day we strive to tell it to you straight, not watered down, so you can know what's going on each day. Our show is different from many of the others on air. We're not afraid of the PC police, and we explain our position, at the same time understanding the left's position and what we can do to further a conservative agenda for America. For the People is listener-supported and relies on listeners like you to help us get the word out. So, if you like what we do and want to help For the People, sign up today at our website at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Your support allows us to report the news fearlessly and guarantees our survival on the air. As a thank you, we'll send you our monthly newsletter with commentary and money-saving tips. Can we count on your support? Thank you for helping America. To become a For the People member, log on to forthepeopleshow.com. Now, and welcome back to For the People. I am Keith Allen, and it's middle of the week Wednesday, and so glad that you tuned in. Man, I got to tell you, I am a big Elvis fan myself. Love Elvis Presley, and I've been to Graceland, and I used to work in Memphis, and I have a guy that knows a lot more than I know, and could possibly be, as far as acclaim goes, in Nashville and elsewhere, is a guy named Tom Brown. He joins us from Nashville. Hello, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Great to hear that you used to work in Memphis. That's a music town, isn't it?
It is. It was years ago, and they were just opening Tunica, Mississippi, where they had all the casinos and all that stuff. So that was back in the 90s. Yeah.
It's still... Tunica's still going strong down there, too.
Yeah, Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall. And it was kind of an interesting thing. I was attending one of the big mega churches there in the Memphis area. It was Bellevue Baptist Church when Dr. Adrian Rogers was preaching there.
Yeah, Dr. Adrian. Oh, we used to watch him on television when we were getting ready to go to our church down in Tupelo. I'm from Tupelo, Mississippi, just about 70, 80 miles down Highway 78.
How about that?
Birthplace of Elvis Presley, yeah.
How neat. Yeah, now you'd hear stories, too, and then people that actually knew him, still alive, and they all kind of had their own stories about Elvis.
Yeah, a lot of people growing up, knew Elvis, but then a lot of people had interaction with him. There's this legend that Elvis was a hermit that didn't come out of Graceland. He went on tour and came back and hid behind the gates. But there are people all over Memphis still today that have family stories that have been passed down of, getting pulled over in the middle of the night by a Cadillac with a flashing light up on top, and the guy walks up and says, "You guys are going a little fast." And it's Elvis, who's got a Shelby County Sheriff's badge, and he just tells him to slow down a little bit and gets back in his car, and they just kind of look at each other and say, did that really happen? And these legends are just kind of all over Memphis.
Now, how old would Elvis be now if he was still with us?
He would have just turned 82 this past January. And the other remarkable thing about this year, because he was born in 1935, January the 8th of 35.
Yeah.
The amazing thing about this year, think about this August, we are going to be commemorating and remembering Elvis on the 40th anniversary of his passing.
Wow.
40 years. And